Hensman, Miss Holcomb, come quickly.
Rob? Rob?
You idiot!
What are you doing?
I could have shot you.
You shouldn't have gone off without telling me.
Sounds just like Aunt Ellen.
Why didn't you wake me?
Just lost us our first meal.
Hannah found it. Propped up against the window in the boys' room.
Oh, but this is dreadful.
Did you hear nothing at all during the night?
Well, I did hear Tilly barking quite a lot.
Until we know for certain what's happened, I want nothing at all said to Harold. Not one word.
Do you think it might be wise to inform the police?
The police? Oh, don't be ridiculous, Beatrice.
Well, I only
They will
thought...
return when they are hungry. And when they return, they will be severely punished. I shall write to their father.
Why can't we stay here?
Well, because we're too close to the edge of the forest and someone might hear the rifle.
How could they? It's got a silencer on it.
Well, we can't make camp until we find fresh water.
Suppose there isn't any.
Well, then we'll have to go somewhere else. Come on.
I've got blisters all over them.
No, we'll rest here for 5 minutes.
We must be far enough in by now.
Well, we're still got to find fresh water.
Rob?
Hmm?
Will we ever go home? I mean, back?
Of course. One day.
When?
Well, when Father gets leave.
If we're hiding here, how will we know when he's back? Harold will think we've betrayed him.
We'll find someone to contact him.
By carrier pigeon, I suppose.
Water.
What?
Running water. Over there somewhere.
I can't hear anything.
Well, I can. Come on. I never knew water could taste so glorious.
Let's make camp here.
Well, I'm going to scout around.
We ought to have a signal.
Owl call? All right. You stay here. I won't be long. hard as rock. Stupid little idiot.
Robin?
Put it out!
What?
You idiot, the smoke!
What are you doing? It took me ages to get that lit.
Stupid little fool, you could see the smoke for miles.
Well, how are we supposed to cook without a fire, genius?
You can only have fires after sunset, when the smoke can't be seen.
Where's the gun?
Come and see what I found. It's quite big enough for us to live in.
It could drive an oven. You could store everything in here.
We might as well be in a cave.
Anyone could walk right past the tree and no one would know we were inside.
And we're only about 100 yards from the stream. It's perfect.
Rob, I found something interesting.
Whoa. Let's have my rabbit. I'm starving.
Just a sec. What do you think these are? Droppings?
Oh, I think they're owl pellets. Look, there's a mouse bone. He's probably living in there.
Not anymore, he isn't.
There's enough room for us to share. We'll probably have lots of animals paying us a visit. Do you want to do it?
You're the Boy Scout.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to be the cook.
I've only ever gutted fish before.
It's the same principle, I suppose.
Go on, then.
I'll just get some water. It tastes good.
It's a bit funny to me.
Well, maybe we should have hung it or something. Drained some of the blood out.
Don't talk about blood.
Well, it's a pity we haven't got a cookery book. Not bad.
Do you really think he lives up there?
Probably not.
Maybe we're the first people he's seen.
Perhaps we could tame a young owl.
I wonder what Aunt Ellen's doing now.
Bet she's got the whole place in a stew. She's probably calling the police.
Dark, isn't it?
We'll go exploring the territory tomorrow.
I don't think we ought to split up. Good night.
Night.
Sorry about lighting that fire.
Doesn't matter.
My sermon today is taken from the first book of Samuel, chapter 7, verses 2 and 3. No. Chapter 2, verses 7 and 8. Yes. And the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill. Dunghill? Yes, dunghill, yes. Yes. And lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill to set them among princes. Oh!
I can see the vicar. I shan't be long.
Very good, ma'am.
Hensman, I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
I must apologize for disturbing you at this hour, Vicar.
My housekeeper said you wanted to see me urgently. I trust young Harold isn't any worse.
No, Dr. Bauer says he'll be up and about in a week or 10 days.
Then won't you sit down?
Thank you, no. Robin and John have run away.
Run away?
The night before last.
Moonlight flit, how very disturbing.
I've come to you for advice.
Have you informed the police?
Certainly not. Fewer people who know about this, the better. I've no desire to be made to look foolish before the entire village.
Just exactly who does know about it, Miss Hensman?
Beatrice Holcomb and the servants, that's all. Now, you, of course.
If the servants know, then so does the village. Good gossip is as contagious as measles.
Perhaps I shall sit down after all. I feel like Job, Vicar. All my troubles have come upon me.
I know it's quite early, but perhaps a little whiskey might help to calm you.
I do not partake of spirits.
Oh, no, of course not. No, I just thought.
What am I to do, Mr. Whiting? With their father in India, the boy's welfare is entirely my responsibility, but this latest escapade is absolutely the last straw. I can no longer cope.
Miss Hensman, I sympathize, I really do. It must be most distressing for you. But knowing the boys like I do, they'll be back at Dower House the first sign of bad weather. I mean, there's nothing like wet socks and an empty stomach to quell a rebellion.
Well, it's all right. If they do return in a few hours, when the novelty is worn off, what then? I'm running out of punishments.
My advice to you is to go home and try not to worry. They can't have gone far, and that someone's bound to spot them.
Thank heavens, I had their bicycles taken away.
It's a very good move.
Well, perhaps, after all, a little dry sherry, if you have it.
Yes, of course.
Why do we have to make the fire in a hole?
Elementary, Dr. Watson. So when we're not using it, we can cover it over, and there'll be no telltale marks to show. We'll pack the rocks on the inside to make a sort of oven.
I wish we were back at home. We could have bacon and eggs for breakfast.
Oh, shut up about that place. It's not our home. Out here, it's the survival of the fittest, and we survive on whatever we can find to eat. Blast. There's no point in us hunting together. We've only got one gun.
Why can't I use it then?
Because you can't shoot straight.
Supposing you got lost, just wander around for days.
I'll follow the stream.
There could be more than one.
We'll soon get to know our way around. This door's tougher than I thought. You could help.
One gust of wind and that'll blow away.
It's only temporary. And stop eating the chocolate. We've got to conserve our emergency rations.
I'm bored with rabbit. We've had nothing but rabbit and pigeon for the last 10 days. In fact, I don't think we ought to kill things.
We have to kill to eat. Well, you don't think twice about the meat you eat at home. That's because somebody else killed it and somebody else cooked it. Well, we've got to do it ourselves now. It's a question of survival. We only kill what we need to keep us alive. What's the matter? Why did you blow the light out?
You gave the warning call.
That was a real owl, stupid. We'd better have a different sign. How about a curlew? You don't hear them in the forest. Like this. All right? What sort of something?
A noise. Someone moving around, watching us.
What, a sort of scrabbling sound?
Yes.
I heard it too.
What do you think it was?
Well, it wasn't the ghost of a poacher, I can tell you that.
It's not funny.
Look, the forest is filled with jays, and every move we make seems to send them off screaming like mad. It's a perfect alarm system. Don't you see? Nothing can come near us without alerting the jays first, and their noise alerts us. Come on.
Come on, move over.
It's Sergeant Bunting.
It's a damn nuisance. Thank you. I told him he can get up for the rest of the day, as long as he promises to stay indoors.
I see.
And if it's fine tomorrow, I think we should let him out in the garden for an hour or two. He needs fresh air in his lungs.
Very well.
Any news of the boys, Miss Hensman? Oh, try not to worry too much about them. They're very self-sufficient lads.
Well, that I regret. It's what worries me most. If they were not self-sufficient, they would no doubt be home by now.
I'm sure they'll be back soon. I'll collect Angela after tea, if that's all right.
Of course.
Goodbye.
Robin and John?
Not supposed to talk to you about it. They still have unbolted down. I know. Where do you think they've gone?
South, probably.
Why south?
To the sea.
I think they're hiding in the woods somewhere, pretending to be outlaws. That's where they took those pots and pans.
There's only highwood round here, and that's private property.
There's Brendon Chase.
Sergeant Bunting, now that you're acquainted with all the facts of the case, don't you think it reasonable to assume the boys broke the window and took the gun?
As a policeman, madam, I never assume anything. I've not even taken it for granted that the lads have even left these grounds.
Well, if they're still here, why would they need the gun?
Precisely, madam. They'd have no reason to take the gun, would they? I am a methodical man. Some might call me slow, sir, but I like to do things thoroughly. And if you'll just let me handle things my way...
Yes, with discretion, I beg you.
I can assure you that I will find those lads wherever they are.
We've been jolly lucky so far. Hasn't rained once.
Supposing there's a drought and the stream dries up.
We ought to find the source. There could be a lake.
Oh. I heard that noise again. Over there.
There's nothing there now. Probably attracted by the smell of our food.
What was?
Well, it won't come near us while the fire's going.
Can't keep it going all night.
Well, then we take it in turns to keep watch.
I don't think it was an animal, Rob. The sound's too big. I think someone's watching us. Rob? Rob?
What's the matter?
Who is it? Who's there? I've got a gun.
What's the matter?
Somebody's in our camp.
What are you doing?
Someone's raiding our camp.
Don't shoot!
I hit it, Rob, I hit it.
But what was it?
Don't know.
Scream. It sounded human. I think you've shot someone, John.